All right, now let's talk about the GitHub and how you can create a repository on the GitHub. For example, here you can see that there is this repository, there are multiple repositories, right? In the repository sections you can find all your repositories, and you can push all your changes from your machine to the GitHub. Okay, how we can do that? So even before you can do that, there are a few things that you have to do locally. Okay, so see, it won't be possible for anyone to push changes to anyone's repository. For that we need authentication, right? For that authentication, you can either do SSH setup, or you can also go via the HTTPS. So for HTTPS, it's pretty simple. You can go to the settings of your GitHub profile, and in the developer settings you can create some token. Okay, you can click on this generate new token, and then it will give you a token. And once you have that token, you can use that token to connect your local repository with the remote repository on the GitHub. So let's see that in action. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll create a new repository. So this is how you create a new repository. You can name it anything, whatever you want. So I'm going to name the repository as whatever was the name I've given it locally. It was Git examples, right? So I'll name it Git examples, right? And it will tell you that whether this name is available or not. Now here you can choose whether you want this repository to be public or private. Okay, and you can also add a readme here itself. It will create a readme.md file, and it will be an empty file. You can also add a .gitignore file. Okay, it will provide you a template. Okay, whatever project you are working on. Currently we are not going to choose anything. We have already added a .gitignore file. You can also choose a license. All right, so there are multiple licenses, right? So here you can see this is MIT license, GNU, BSD, whatever licenses you want to choose, you can choose for your repository. If you provide MIT, it will be open for anyone to use and modify and sell it. Okay, so there are restrictions, different restrictions on each licenses. You can learn more about these, just Google about these things. Okay, now and you can also provide a short description. For example, I can add this repo contains some random commits for learning Git. Okay, and create it the repository like this. Once this is created, see, it will give you some code here itself, which you can use to connect your local repo with this one. So first thing is, see, you can either use HTTPS or SSH. For both there are different URLs. Okay, so I'm going with the HTTPS. I'll simply copy it, and I can so first thing we needed was that remote, this GitHub repositories URL, right? Now how do we use that URL and connect it from here? So for that we have a command as git remote. All right, you can use git remote and then add a remote name. So whenever you are connecting with your upstream, like this is your own repository and you have created it and you want to connect it with your local repository. So the standard name is origin. You can use, you can provide any name you want, but yeah, this is the most general used name, so I'll add that the same name. I'll use the origin, and then you can add this URL. Okay, but just adding this URL won't work. What we have to do is we also have to provide a username. Okay, username and the pad token that we generated, and then add this @ okay, and then add this origin. Okay, then only it will work. Okay, so let me just add this and hit enter. So yeah, I have added the remote URL. I am not showing you that because it contains my token, and I don't want to again invalidate and create another token. So I've added this URL. Now once this step is completed, all right, after this step is completed, what we can do is we can push, okay, we can push this branch to the remote main branch. Okay, so we just have to do this. We have to run this command. Okay, git branch -m. Let's not push it like this. Let's push the main branch first. Okay, so I want to go to main branch, git checkout main, and okay, see, since feature 2 was not merged into the main branch, you can see we are able to see this file as untracked file in the git. Okay, that's because main branch doesn't have that .gitignore file. Okay, so what we can do is we can merge, git merge feature 2. Okay, so once we do that, see, it added that gitignore, and now it's this main branch is also ignoring this. Okay, now that we are on the main branch, we just want to push this main branch. How we can do that? We can simply use this command, git push -u origin main. Okay, see, it says that it this new branch is pushed to this main branch on the upstream. Okay, and see here, branch main setup to track origin/main. This origin/main is the one on the GitHub, and this main is the local branch. Okay, so now if you go here and refresh this page, see, you can see all those changes are added on the GitHub, and you can see all the commits. There are 7 commits, and timings of all those commits, like 12 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago. And if you click on this, as you can see all those commits, right? Isn't it amazing? So yeah, so now that we know how we can, you know, add commits locally, and then we can push it onto the GitHub. Okay, yeah, this is most of the you know, these are the core parts of the Git and GitHub. Okay, now in the upcoming videos we will learn about different things, like how you can work in a team, you know, creating different branch, different people are contributing to the same project, and you know, creating pull request. What is a pull request? So all those things we'll cover in upcoming videos.